Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. If it's Wednesday, you know what that means. We have another Wildcat Wednesday today. And today we have Tara Solomon-Smith from the K-State Extension Office and Melanie Smith from the Southeast Kansas Area Agency on Aging's SHIC or SHIC coordinator. We're going to be talking about the A, B, C, and D's of Medicare. So ladies, welcome to the show. And I know just from doing my laundry early in the morning and watching all the infomercials, that's Part A, Part B, Part C, and Part D, and I'm glad I'm not there yet because that does seem extraordinarily confusing. So you're also working though on a program to help out with some of that confusion, which is something I'll be taking advantage of at some point in my life. So tell me a little bit about the program. What are you all going to be offering?
Basically, introduction to people new to Medicare on just what Medicare A, B, C, D involves. It's very confusing for people, and we just want to make sure that they're well informed, adequately informed. That's the mission of SHIC, to inform and educate people for Medicare insurance so they can make right decisions.
And that's got to be something that's tough for anybody to navigate because, I mean, for me, I see the ads, I hear about A, B, C, D, I don't know anything about what they are, and it is almost terrifying from even this early in my life to know that that's something that's coming up. So what do you do for those that get in there and they have no idea what they're doing or what to even look at for this?
We just try to thoroughly present every part of it. And that's the nice thing about our agency and our group is we're there from the beginning, and we'll also be there in the middle when they have questions or anything comes up. We help them all through every stage of Medicare to inform them. So,
and you're right, the ads out there and the information out there can be confusing and lead you maybe in the wrong direction, maybe in the right direction, but we enjoy meeting with people even one-on-one. It doesn't have to be at our presentations. We love to meet with people where they are and just make sure that they have what they need, what's best for their particular situation.
And is that something you run into? Maybe folks that come in, they've seen these ads, because I know a lot of them focus on Part D, and it makes you feel like that's the only one you need is Part D because all these ads focus on that. Is that something you run into where there may have even been a little more confusion from all these ads they see on TV about Medicare?
We do run into that, yeah. There's a couple of different ways that you can set up your Medicare. And again, it just depends on that person's situation, what's best. And in a rural area, sometimes it's different. What might be better for a person in a rural area is different. So that's why it's good to really know all your options through Medicare, and even at, like Melanie said, any step that you're in. August 31st at 6 p.m. is going to really talk about the broad spectrum, and then we're going to be there to answer questions as well.
Gotcha. And so tell me a little bit about that. What will people, what can they expect when they get there? What is it that they can look forward to in terms of getting the help that they need to get set up on the right path?
Yeah.
Basically, we will go from level 1 on, the purposes of Medicare, what each of those A, B, C, D mean, and also like what they need supplemental insurance. We'll help them in knowing and understanding that, and the prescription drug part, and just any common questions that come up. We're going to answer those for them. It's very thorough.
Now, should folks wait until they're at age to be eligible for Medicare? Or should they maybe come in, a few months early, maybe a year early, and just kind of start the process of understanding what Medicare is?
Yes, definitely, because there's different things. A lot of people now have health savings accounts, and you do need to plan when you have one of those on how to stop or when to stop your contributions, so you can be ready to take on the Medicare. Just a lot of things. We often recommend 6 months ahead to check things out.
All right, that's not a bad plan, because again, I imagine that does get a little confusing. If you wait until the last minute, you may be missing out on a window of opportunity for benefits because you don't have the right stuff picked out.
Yes.
And when folks come in, I mean, do you find that they do leave a little bit more informed, that they feel better about switching into Medicare than when they first got there?
We do hear that, and we also will have some material that, again, they can take home, review it a little bit more, give us a call back as they study it a little more and have other particular questions. So they'll leave with some resources as well.
All right. So just one more time, you have an event coming up. What's
Yes.
when's that going to be? Where's that going to be? And what all will you cover?
Yes, Wednesday, August 31st at 6 p.m. in Parsons at the Southeast Research and Extension Center. We're going to be providing a large overview of Medicare, what your options are within Medicare, and what those options mean, and really spell things out within those.
It certainly sounds helpful. Like I said, I'm still a few years from that point, but this is something that I would definitely take advantage of because I know I wouldn't have the first clue what I was doing when it came to this. And I imagine it's something you run into. There's a lot of folks that come in that don't even have the first clue as to what they're doing. They don't even have a guess as to what might be good for them.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. You almost do it just once in this case, and we're always learning new things, so it is overwhelming, and we're here to help.
I know there's, again, those ads reference there's been changes to Medicare this year, so I'm sure that gets a little confusing even on your end
Yes.
to keep
Yes.
up with what they change on everything.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
All right. Well, ladies, thank you so much for coming in. Of course, you can find more information on our website on when this is and how you can get there and what you need to do to make sure you are signed up because you do need to RSVP. There's no cost, but you do have to RSVP for it. So, all right, ladies, thank you so much for coming in. We've got more of the KOAM Morning News with Health Watch next.